All right, we got a trailer for a movie entitled The End of Oak Street. Now, I saw a little bit like a sneak, like one frame of this trailer, and there was a dinosaur in it. So that's all I know about it. I'm really interested to watch this trailer, so let's check it out. Bad robot, man. I like that.
Mom.
I love
What's
J.J.
happening
Abrams.
to us? I think our house. Our neighborhood. Our whole street. Has moved.
How the hell is that even possible? Oh my God, run!
August 14th. Interesting. Like, yeah, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. So as soon as I saw the Bad Robot logo come up there, I knew that it was going to be J.J. Abrams involved in it. One of my favorite directors, producers of all time, was behind probably my favorite show of all time, or at least top two, top two between that and The Wire. Yeah, Lost. Uh, like it was just phenomenal. Lost was so good that even the bad ending makes it still watchable for me, and I would still recommend it to anybody who wants to watch a good TV show to check that one out. But very interesting concept in this movie. So you have an entire neighborhood that somehow gets transported back in time, I'm guessing, um or somehow is shaken in time and moved back to like prehistoric, um you know, the age of the dinosaurs, let's just say that. Yeah, crazy concept. I shouldn't have been shocked that something that JJ Abrams was a part of was going to have that sort of Spielberg feel to it. Like I know he's greatly inspired by Steven Spielberg, and you can tell that in here. Like it reminds me a lot of Disclosure Day just by looking at the trailer, and I know it's something entirely different. But yeah, just seeing that makes me sort of get excited about it. And like I said, I love JJ Abrams. I should have known that it was going to have to do something with time travel because he loves time travel and featuring that in his TV shows and his movies. So yeah, pretty excited about this thus far. I love the cast. It looks like Ewan McGregor is in it, and Anne Hathaway. Love Anne Hathaway. I feel like she's a phenomenal actress. I can't wait to try to figure out what the mystery is behind this. And I know if you were a fan of Lost, um, and a fan of different things that J.J. Abrams has done, you are inherently there to try to figure out the mystery. And that's part of what I enjoyed about his stuff is that you go into it, and especially like with Lost, this was pre like hardcore internet. So like there were people who had like message boards, and I would go read message boards, and people would post their theories on Lost on there. And then this was during the age and the era where people still like talked about these things the next day after they aired too. So I can remember multiple times watching an episode of Lost and then going to work the next day and talking to my friends at work and my coworkers about that episode. I know when that final episode came out, there was a huge, just, big controversy over it, and everybody talked about it that next day. So yeah, I can imagine that this movie is going to take some of those aspects too. And the main aspect is going to be how and why they were able to, go back in time. Do you have any theories about it already? I don't know if this is an original property or if it's a, an adaptation of a book or anything like that. So you can also let me know those things in the comments below too. I love this segment here where you sort of see the flashes, and obviously they're from later on points in the movie, I'm guessing. Like you had that one flash right there where you had the kids riding the bikes. Sort of reminds me of Stranger Things. Get those Stranger Things vibes going. Um, and there's one on here that I'm really intrigued by, and it's that one. You can barely see it there, but it looks like whatever it is that probably was transporting them through time or back in time, they met that singularity right there, or they're next to it. And I wouldn't be surprised if this part is, probably the culmination of the movie, and probably the climax of the movie, where maybe one person is able to make it and go back, and return them to their regular point in time, and maybe one person isn't. I love dilemmas like that. I always sort of sit back and think, like, man, if I had the opportunity, or if I was for whatever reason transported back in time, what would I do? What would I do? How would I sacrifice, or would I sacrifice myself for my family and allow them to go back? Yeah, I probably would. I'd be very sad though, because I'm a big dude and I would not be running from any dinosaurs, and I probably would not last very long. But I would probably make that sacrifice for my family. But yeah, this is a very interesting looking movie. I am intrigued by the sort of retro vibe from it. So just looking at the exterior here, I'm guessing 60s or 70s, probably 70s era here. Looking at those glasses too, yeah, probably like 60s, 70s era here. Um, so yeah, I wonder what is causing them to go through time. I just like I said, there's tons of theories, but yeah, I love the way the movie is shot. It's gonna be one of those movies that's gonna tug at the heartstrings, I'm sure, and the teens are going to be very angsty in it. And yeah, looking at that car, it's definitely a late 60s early 70s movie. And yeah, I'm excited for this, man. Like I said, I get excited for anything pretty much that JJ Abrams does, and this is going to have enough action and enough intrigue in it and enough mystery in it that it will be right up my alley. So what do you guys think? More importantly, what do y'all think? Because yeah, I already talked and yapped for enough minutes. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Also, what you thinks. Please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, drop those comments, and just know that Watch Stuff with Us will be in the mix in 2026. And while you're at it, hit that notification bell so you're notified each and every time we go live. My name is JD, and I will see you when I see you. Peace and love.